So for this problem, you can see that we have a pair of complementary angles. We know that they're complementary because we see the square in the corner of the angle pair that we have here. This square means that the angles are equal to 90 degrees. So that means when we add them together, when we take the sum of the two angles, that they would equal 90 degrees. So right now we have 7x minus 9, which is the measure of angle DBC, and we have the measure of angle DBA, which is 4x. So if we take the sum of these two expressions, it's going to equal 90 degrees. So let's go ahead and solve this, okay? If we notice, it says that they want us to find the measure of angle CBD. Okay, so they want to know the measure of this angle right here. Okay, so we're going to write 7x minus 9 plus our 4x is going to equal 90 degrees. Okay, so now we are adding our two expressions together. Okay, and we have set it equal to 90 degrees. So now we have made those two expressions into an equation. And our next step is going to be to solve for x. So our first step is going to be to combine like terms. So we're going to take the 7x and the 4x, and we can combine those together, and that'll give us 11x. And then we have our minus 9x, and there's nothing to combine that with, so we're just going to bring that down. Minus 9 equals 90. Okay, now we can go ahead and we can do our inverse operation because we want to get rid of this 9. So since we're subtracting 9, we're going to go ahead and do the inverse, which would be to add 9. And whatever we do to one side of the equation, we want to do the same thing to the other side of the equation to keep it balanced. Okay. These 9s will cancel out because we have a negative 9 and a positive 9. So when we combine those, we just get 0. We're left with nothing. So here we have our 11x. We're just going to go ahead and bring that down. Equals, and then we're going to do 90 plus 9, which gives us 99. Now our next step would again be to do the inverse operation. Here we have 11x. This really means 11 times x. So the inverse of multiplication would be division. So we're going to do our fraction bar on both sides. And we're going to divide by our coefficient. Here our coefficient is 11. So we're going to divide by 11 on the left side of the equation. And again, to keep things balanced, whatever we do to one side of the equation, we have to do the same thing to the other side of the equation. So we're going to divide by 11 on the right side as well. 11 divided by 11 is 1. So this just cancels and we're left with our 1x equals, and then we do 99 divided by 11, which gives us 9. So now we know our value of x equals 9. But we're not finished yet, because if we notice in the directions, they want us to find the measure of angle CBD, okay? Not just the value of x. So we have to now plug in our value for x into the expression for angle CBD. So angle CBD is equal to 7x minus 9. So I'm just going to rewrite that here, 7x minus 9. And now that we know what x is, wherever we see an x, we're going to go ahead and plug in 9. So this is really going to be 7 times 9 minus 9. Okay, and 7 times 9 is 63. Bring down the rest of the expression, minus 9. Okay, and then 63 minus 9 is going to give us 54. Okay, So the measure of angle CBD is going to equal 54 degrees. Okay? And just to check ourselves, we can also figure out what the measure of angle ABD is. We can do that by doing 4x and substituting the value for x, which is 9. So 4 times 9 is going to give us 36. So the measure of angle ABD would be 36 degrees. And if we are correct, okay, this is 36 degrees, and the measure angle CBD is 54 degrees. Because they are complementary, okay, it has the square here. Because they are complementary, if we were to add these two degree measures together, it should give us 90. So if we do 54 plus 36, it does give us 90. It works. It checks out. Okay? So our answer for this problem, I know we did a lot of work here, but our answer for this problem would be this, because this is what the directions are asking for us to find the measure of angle CBD. And we did that here. The measure of angle CBD is 54 degrees. Okay? In order for us to be able to have figured this out, we first had to figure out the value for x. And then we did the rest of it to check ourselves to make sure we were correct. Okay? So now you're going to try a problem like this on your own.